Hello, and welcome to another episode of Riding in Cars with Books. I'm Jaclyn.
And I'm Phillip.
And today we're going to be talking about Going Under the Sea with Zviane. I don't know how to say her name.
We are awful with names, people,
Oh
and
my
we
God.
apologize to everyone. Like, we love you all, but we cannot pronounce names.
I looked it up and I couldn't find like a pronunciation guide. So I'm going to say Zviane.
And before we start this,
There will be spoilers.
this is going to be spoiler-ridden review.
It's hard to talk about this book without spoilers
Yes.
because it's very short and yeah. So, I'm going to read you the synopsis and y'all are going to be blown away by this. Depression feels like drowning from the inside. Welcome to the aftermath of a mental breakdown. That is it. That's the tea.
And it is 100% that.
So as you can see on the cover, she is underwater. And basically, we are introduced to her, the character. And she's talking to a therapist. And she's talking about a breakdown that she had. And basically, how she got there and then how she started coming out of it. And then it's over.
And the coming out of it is the interesting part.
Yeah.
So remember, just because you're coming out of a breakdown
doesn't mean it's over.
Doesn't mean that it's over. And this book is beautiful with that.
It was well executed.
It was so well executed, yes.
I was reeling, right? So as she's going along, she meets all these people, and then she states things like, oh, such and such will be married with kids in 5 years.
Yeah, so this is her looking back, right? Yeah. So this is her looking back on her mental breakdown and then coming out of her mental breakdown.
Yeah. Anyways, I was saying about the people she meets, she has these little snippets of information about them later on in life. So you kind of know this is her telling the story later.
Right.
But at the end, you find out all of the stuff that she was saying about all of those people was completely made up. And I was like shocked.
Yes.
Not expecting that at all. That was a symptom of her breakdown is she was just making stuff up about all these people.
Yeah. And it was executed well. Like it is written in the sense of, hey, this is like 20 years later. So I'm going back and I'm thinking about this time in my life, and these are the people that I met through this, either my friends or my friends' friends, and I'm telling you stories about them. But at the end of it, during her mental breakdown and coming out of it, yeah, she just made up stories about all these people. And then when she meets them that much later in life, they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Like one of the ladies, she was like, oh, she smokes and she dies of lung cancer. But then we see her later and she's like, oh, you quit smoking? She's like, what?
Yeah, I've never smoked a day in my life.
So that for me was like, it was well done because I didn't see it coming. And I was like, huh. Makes you think.
Yeah, and there was no need for you to see it coming, right? Like you know what the book is about, but it is the execution of this is just so well done because of the mental part of this and what people go through with these type of scenarios where they just shut down and then come out of it and stuff, and it's your brain is trying to piece things together and it's not always true.
Yeah, I love the art style was very simple lines, and I really enjoyed it. Like she was actually really good at drawing hands, which is like the hardest thing to draw. But like this panel, there's nothing.
Right, but it goes with the story.
Yeah.
Like once you're reading the story, you'll understand why this page is 6 panels of blank.
Yeah. We just got this book, but it was actually published in 2016. So obviously Diamond's cleaning out their warehouse because we just got it from Diamond like last month. And it was originally published in French. The author is Canadian. It was published in French and then released in English in 2016. And I freaking loved it a lot more than I thought I would. So
this book is great. I mean, it is, if anyone has ever gone through anything like this, or honestly, if you would just like to get a better understanding of people that you've known who've kind of gone through this scenario, I mean, once again, if anyone knows me, I've had people that's gone through it. I've seen it. We've all kind of gone through it a little bit, but it's
important to see what someone else's experience could look like.
Yes.
And I thought she did a really good job. It's not a true story. To my knowledge, it's not a true story.
Right. It's I think she says that in the back. It's not.
Is there an author's note?
I think there is. If I remember correctly, it's not really.
No. There's not an author's note.
I must have looked it up somewhere.
But there's about the author.
Right.
But this is her second book, so
But obviously, she's dealt with this at some point, right? Like it's
really hard to write about this experience and not have experienced it yourself without doing extensive research, firsthand or secondhand.
Yeah. And like I said, from me, from someone who has
been there,
seen this firsthand and been through it, the way it was handled and executed was actually perfect. And then it's also, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like a piece in there about like once she started coming out of the breakdown and started re-engaging with her friends, the friends would sometime either act different or not. It would just depend on, and sometimes you just need things to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need people to treat you with kid gloves because you kind of know what you're going through.
Yeah.
But that was early on.
Yeah, I really liked it. I feel like I could just say the same thing over and over again, but I'm definitely going to read their other book. This is their second one. Their first book is called For As Long As It Rains. I'm pretty sure they're both published by Pow Pow Press, which is an indie publisher. So love supporting indies.
Yes.
We saw them at SPX.
We did.
Hopefully
they'll be back.
We probably bought the other one at SPX.
We probably did. Yeah. Maybe they'll be back and we can
maybe
talk about this.
Yes.
Because I think I would love to talk about this book.
It was wonderful. So Going Under by Zviane. It's ZV. I don't know what sound that's supposed to make.
Right. You're good.
It's like Zviane, like Vivian, but Vian. I don't know, and it's French, so my French tongue doesn't work very well. So check it out. We loved it. We want you to read it. Let us know if you like it.
Praise. Highest praise for this book. It's amazing.
Check it out, y'all. Okay, bye.
Bye.
We'll see you next time.